Hello everybody, welcome to a new vlog. I'm going to say at the start that I know this is going to be one that goes over a day or two, so that tomorrow when I wake up and realize I didn't finish the vlog or felt like I didn't get enough content for the vlog just today, I set the intention from the start, so that's what's going to happen. I've dyed my hair again. You probably noticed because it's looking real pink. I feel like I need to do some more bleaching on it because up the top it is not so colored anymore. But hey, I'm really liking being back, feeling like myself again. I feel like when my hair is pink or purple or like, you know, colored in some way, it just makes me feel like I got my shit together, you know? And this is a week where I really need to have my shit together. Actually, the whole next month or so is going to be. We got some big things going on at work, huge project that I'm leading, and lots of pages that we need to get produced for our marketing site to go out over the next month or so, like up until the end of the quarter, the end of September. Last week was such a busy week, like one of the busiest weeks of work that I've had all year, I feel like. It's at a stage right now where there's, I think I might have talked about it actually in the last vlog, it's like just on the brink of chaos, and there's so much happening that there's just no time to get distracted. And that's good because I get distracted easily when I'm not like fully loaded with stuff to do, and I can like tend to procrastinate. And when there's this much stuff going on, it's just not possible to procrastinate. I find it really motivating personally, but I also know that this is like a state of working and like being that makes it really easy to burn out. So this weekend I very purposefully took a lot of time to relax. I did a little bit of side hustle stuff, I did some writing, sorted out some finances. But for the most part, I like watched Schitt's Creek on my iPad. I read a whole book. I went for swims in the pool because we went to my boyfriend's parents' place for the weekend. That was really good, and I feel like I like rested enough to be ready to tackle this week, you know? Yeah, I've been spending my morning getting organized and like planning deadlines for things. Like I said, we want to launch a lot of pages for the marketing site. I normally like to take my time with marketing site pages because I feel like when you're putting out a new page, getting it into its best state for the start gives you a better base to be improving from in future, you know. Normally we can take the time to like get a page super right and go through my full design process with it, try new creative things, but yeah, for these pages, it's kind of like we need them to be up and existing on our site so that Google can start ranking them and they can start sort of having some benefit for us in terms of SEO. So I am taking the mindset that the important thing is to get up a page with the content that needs to be on it. Of course, I have standards when it comes to design, and there's like a threshold that I am not willing to go below because that would hurt our brand, even though it might help our SEO to get it up sooner, you know. It's this balance that we gotta live with. All right, this is the page that I designed last week about our email marketing features. So this is a page that is designed to like rank for people searching for email marketing tools, you know. So it's a pretty simple page in that it's like, you know, doing the standard like content thing at the side, content thing at the side, alternating thing. There's a couple of special pieces like this thing here where you click automated emails and it shows you the process for sending either a broadcast or an automated email. I've got the other content hanging out over here. And then there was this block here that's kind of new, which is like telling you about some teaching content, have some internal links there. Overall with this page, I think it's good. It uses our design system. I think it communicates the information clearly. I've used the same style of like image with little illustrations. So yeah, I'm happy with all of those things that I've created there, and I think it's looking good. But I know that if I'd spent a longer time wireframing, I would have come up with new and like way more creative ideas for displaying this content. This was like a gut design, you know, it was going with the gut, going with what instantly do I think would be the best way to produce this, using similar elements that we've already got somewhere else on our site to make the code easier, thinking about all those things, knowing that our deadlines are in place. So yeah, that's the next few pages that I'm designing. I'm having to keep that mindset. I hope in future that we can go back and sort of rethink and come up with creative ways to display content, because I think that honestly helps our marketing site stand out from others when I do take that approach. But for now, this will do the job just fine. It tells people what they need to know. It's easy to understand, easy to scan and skim. So it's going to be like a helpful page for us as it is. Friday I did the handoff of this page to Corey, who's going to start building it this week, while I am moving on to wireframing and designing the next page, ready to hand off to him. I think like next Monday actually we're going to try and, no, not that soon. But there's like this chain of events happening basically to get 4 pages out within the next 6 weeks, and it all needs to like go in order and be sticking to the deadlines in order to make it happen. So we'll see. I'll keep you updated over the next month or so how we go on that. In other news, you saw me talk in a recent vlog about trying out mechanical keyboards. I was using marks to see if I liked it and wanted to buy my own. I did like it in the end, and so I have bought my own. I got this one. I got no idea what it's called, but I'm gonna put the name of it on the screen right now so that you can see what it's called. I wanted one specifically that had media keys. That's what I didn't like about Mark's one, because I like, you know, constantly adjusting volume or, you know, using the fast forward keys and things like that as I listen to music pretty much constantly while I work. I am planning on buying some cute colored keycaps for it because there's some cute sets around, but also let me come and show you a thing that I bought over the weekend. I watched a YouTube video about how to paint like just the inside of the keys. So I bought a bunch of really cute colored spray paints along with the primer and the top coat and things to attempt to do that myself. So we'll see how that goes. We also just got in an order from IKEA, so that's exciting. Got some new furniture to build. Got a new dining table and a new coffee table and a couple of other little bits and pieces. Also been buying more plants. I got an olive tree to try and grow in some pots on our terrace because apparently they can withstand the heat really well. I can't, so I'm gonna go back inside. Anyway, I think that is your update on everything and where we're at. Now that I've done my sort of sorting out and getting things planned, like communication, like everyone answered who had questions for me after I signed off on Friday, that's all done. Now I can dig in and get going on this wireframe. So I'll be taking the same approach as I did to this email marketing page and purposely limiting the amount of time I spend wireframing, because otherwise I'm gonna start to come up with more and more creative things and more things that are more difficult to build. So we'll time box it. Let's get this done. Good morning everybody, it's Tuesday. I don't know why I held up 2 fingers, I guess because it's the second day of the week. I don't know. I told you this vlog was gonna go over 2 days. Maybe that's where the 2 was coming from. Anyway, last night I had my Spanish class, which is still happening online. Even though the Spanish school is open, our class is like opted to continue with online lessons, which I quite like because it means there's less like commute time to get there, even though it's only a 10-minute walk away. But hey, it's nice to end the Spanish class and go straight into like having dinner and, you know, hanging out for the evening. It was a busy day yesterday. It's set to be another one today. On Tuesdays I always find myself working quite late, and so I took some time this morning to get prepped for a new episode of Inside Marketing Design, all set up, ready to be launched tomorrow. This one, which this episode will already be up by the time you see this vlog, so you should go and listen to this Inside Marketing Design episode. I think it's my favorite. It's an interview with Adam Stoddard from Basecamp, and Basecamp just do things so different to any other company that it was just fascinating. There's loads of like little nuggets. Honestly, the episode could have been like double the length, and I think when we actually talked, we ended up talking for like 2 hours, but yeah. It's only a 40-minute episode, so you should go and listen to it. I think I'd like for the next season to make it a priority to speak to companies who do things differently to the norm, you know? I feel like we've covered a lot of bases in this first season of the show, and I'm specifically looking for interesting or like unique approaches to marketing design in future seasons. So I'll be asking people like, I don't know, in advance, I guess, before coming up with the episode lineup, what's different about how they do things or anything special or unique, so that I can pick based on that. Today is a lot of stuff the same as yesterday. I didn't get as far as I wanted with the wireframe yesterday, but I'll show you where I have gotten up to, and we'll be continuing with that today because I need to get it done. Also, finally, hopefully launching some of the personalization stuff that I think I talked about a couple of vlogs ago. There's just been, I don't know, hasn't been my focus to get it live, but it needs to go live, so I will get that done. This week I also need to set up some user tests, but I probably won't do that today, to be honest. Also today though, exciting news. I'm going to be speaking at Figma's Europe conference. They're doing a virtual conference and it is free for people to attend, which is really cool. So I'll leave a link in the description. You should go and sign up to come along to it. As some of you may know, Figma sponsor my channel, which is really great. This channel is powered by Figma, and so I'm always happy and proud to be like promoting a Figma thing. They are a product that I use to do all my designs, and they're a great company. And I'm excited to speak at their conference. I'm going to be doing my talk on how to self-promote and how to build your reputation through it. and the fact that it's not actually scary or like gross to be doing some sort of self-promotion. I first ran it as a workshop at Epicurrents a few years back, and since then it's been evolving, presented as a talk in a bunch of different places, and it just gets better and like changes a little bit each time I do it. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to do online because I have not presented a talk online before. I have been like a guest on webinars and stuff, but today the reason I brought it up is because I have a tech check with someone from the Figma conference team, so they'll be showing me how that's all gonna work, which would be good because I don't want to just show up and be like, what's going on here? And like I said, you should come along to it. I think it's September 17th. Let me confirm that. September 17th, and it is in like a UK time zone that I think even if you're not in Europe, it's in the afternoon Europe time, so it'll be in the morning if you're in the US or whatever. You can check it out yourself on the website. Also this morning I went for a run, which is not something I usually do, to be honest, for our team retreat. So back up. Twice a year ConvertKit has a team retreat. The last one was in February in the US. The next one was meant to be in September in the UK, but thanks to COVID, obviously that's not happening. So we're having like a virtual retreat instead. It's the first time we've had to do this, and we know it's not going to be quite the same as being together in person, but it's going to run for 3 days, and they've got like some great sessions lined up to try and foster some of the same like community and conversation that happens when you are in person at the retreat. So I don't know, I'll report back when that happens about how it's gone, or maybe I'll vlog my way through it, even if you're interested in seeing how a remote company runs a retreat like that. As part of the retreat, we are doing a 5K run together. When I say together, I mean like everyone will do it individually, whenever fits their schedule over the 3 days, so that I'm not ending up having to like run at midnight because it's, you know, whatever time in the US. Everyone like tracks their 5K run in Strava. We have like a little running group, and everyone's training right now, and it's super fun and like encouraging, you know. So I've been taking part in that. I'm not a strong runner. I am incredibly slow and I get exhausted very easily, but it's been fun to have a reason, I guess, to get back into it and to feel that encouragement. So yeah, that's what I did this morning, and then working on the episode. Now I'm going to open Slack for the first time today, and let's see how many notifications I have. Not as many as I thought. That's good. Still a lot, but it shouldn't take me too long to get through things. So I'm going to start my workday by diving into all this and seeing what people have got for me, and then getting on to the work that I planned for myself. Let's go. Making myself a coffee to get into my afternoon work. It was a morning of, like I said, catching up on people's needs and stuff, but now I can get stuck into that wireframing. Check out our new dining table though. I'm really pleased with it. We just need to get some chairs that match, because these ones do not, but they will do for now. Okay everyone, I think I have a wireframe that I'm happy with. I think I'm happy with it. Usually I like to finish something and then sleep on it before sharing for feedback, just so I can do another review myself. And I don't know, sometimes you just spot things the next day, or sometimes later in the afternoon, or whatever time you can spare. Like sleeping on something, putting it down for a while, and coming back to it with fresh eyes is always a good idea. But in the interest of time with this very quick project we're working on, I've shared it for feedback with the team so that they can hopefully get all their thoughts to me by tomorrow, so I can start moving on to the design phase. But I will show you the wireframe. So the page, did I explain? I can't remember, is like a Linktree comparison page. Basically, ConvertKit landing pages are infinitely more powerful than Linktree pages for using as a link in bio. And we have a new feature called collections that will let you do a similar thing to, like, you know, a Linktree list of links added to any ConvertKit page. So this is my wireframe, and the page goal is to showcase how we compare and how we differ from Linktree, and try and convince people to use us instead, you know? So this will be a big like image, maybe an illustrated graphic, potentially a video one day too, whenever we have time to create that. starting with a quote, and then I've broken down the content into 3 steps. This is always part of the wireframing process, honestly, is synthesizing the content and figuring out the best way to group the information to present on the page. So this is what I came up with. We talk about the fact that it's got everything you need and that you can do it all for free, because basically there's a lot of ConvertKit free features that you have to pay for on Linktree. Think about customizing, and then think about the other ConvertKit features that you can make use of as well. 3 extra points. I think this is nice. They couldn't fit within all this other stuff, but 2, I think it like breaks up the page a little bit to have, like, you know, you've just gone 2 columns to now go 3. It's like a break for your eyes. I don't know. This will be a carousel. We've used this style elsewhere on our site. This is another thing I'm trying to do with this page in the interest of time, is make it quick to build by reusing elements from elsewhere. So this will show 4 different types of a link in bio page, and that is not an image that will be used. That's just an example that I pulled from elsewhere. This is just all a wireframe, even though there's some like colors and heading styling and things in it. This is just how I wireframe. Anyway, then we got this comparison tree. I don't know if I really like comparison tables, but they seem to be effective, and so I'm begrudgingly including it in this one. Although I feel like they look really fake when you just have like everything ticked in your column, so I'd like us to make sure we include something that Linktree has that we don't, just, you know, to show that we're being honest about this, and also to make it more helpful for people to actually make a choice. And then we have our end with another quote, just for some extra social proof. Hopefully we can get some people who are like, you know, they might recognize from Instagram or whatever to give us these quotes, so they'll see that their peers are using it. So yeah, this is my page, and as you can see all these dots around, I've left tour points in InVision for the team to look at, read, and respond to. Hopefully they like it. We'll see. My afternoon, now that I've done that, I'm really happy that I got that finished. Actually, it was worth you know, putting in that focus time for. But my afternoon is going to be spent writing. I need to get a post up with an agenda for our marketing meeting, which is happening in 2 hours. So yeah, that needs to happen first very quickly. And then, you know, another post as well. This is the thing I think I talked about in the last vlog. Remote work. So much writing involved, so much communication. But it's good because I think it forces you to get your thoughts clearer. And I definitely feel like I've become smarter since having to write everything down and like synthesize it first myself, rather than just being like, oh, I've got this idea, get on a call, let's chat about it. I think it is really good to have to write things down. So let me go do some writing using my fancy keyboard, which I am really quite liking. I figured out how to turn on the backlight. Can you see that there? What fun. Alright, it is the end of the workday. I've written several thousand words today. We had a great meeting doing, I can't remember if I already explained what we're doing, a pre-mortem for a project, which is where we like try and think ahead to anything that could potentially go wrong with it or go very right with it, so that we can be aware of those things at the start. Yeah, it went well. I took all the notes during it. I just like wrote up the notes. I like to group my notes in themes. I don't just like posting the raw notes because I don't feel like that's super useful for people. So yeah, it took a bit of extra time to do that, but now it's done. And like I said, written several thousand words, but it was a productive day. I got lots of stuff, checked off my to-do list over here, which is good. Now I need to go water the plants and take the trash out and then chill for the evening. So I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you for watching and hanging out with me. I hope you're still enjoying these and just, you know, seeing what I get up to, a little slice of my work day. If you've got suggestions for anything particular you want to see me like talk about more in depth in future vlogs, please let me know, because I am very open to suggestions. And if you don't say anything, you're just gonna keep seeing more of this, and that's what will happen. Thanks for being here, thanks for watching. I hope you have a really good week, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye!